So my name is Deja Wallace. I'm here with Imara, Brooklyn College students, and we're doing a public interview just to think about life. It's the last week of school, and I just want these students to reflect on just their overall journey. When do you graduate?
Supposedly at the end of this year.
Okay.
So December.
Wow, we all graduate in December.
Yeah.
We all took that one semester off.
Yeah.
What's one thing you regret doing in college?
One thing I regret doing in college, okay, one is gonna be like the very like common, like I wish I studied more, and I wish I kind of put my mind to things from the start. I feel like I slacked off a lot, like, because I was like in high school, I was the type of student that didn't really need to study as much. So then when I came here and my major is computer science, I needed to like completely relearn how to study, but I didn't take that time in the beginning. So it was probably like the end of my sophomore year where I was like, okay, I really need to get my shit together. Oh, can I curse on this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, curse all you want. I love it.
Then the other thing is I dated someone on campus. I do not recommend that. My friend told me after that, she was like, what is it, like, don't shit where you sleep. And she's right. She's right, okay? Because it's very awkward because every once in a while we see each other in like the hallways or like the library, and it's just very weird because it's very much like I don't care, but I feel like he'll like very much do one of these.
Oh no, unsee you.
And it was so weird because it's just like, okay, like I don't care, like it's fine. But yeah, I kind of made the experience a little weird.
This is Juliana, and she's a student here at Brooklyn College. And I just want to get a little bit more. I just want you to basically question your reality here at this campus. Okay? So, what's one thing you regret doing in college?
You want me to be absolutely honest?
Yes.
Transferring here.
No way! I felt that in my soul.
No, because I used to go at City Tech and I transferred here. It was like completely different. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But City Tech is pretty crappy. I feel like
it's pretty crappy. Like I feel like every school has their crappiness to it, but over here it's just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? The science department is shitty as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest. Science department is shitty.
So what's your major?
I'm a bio major.
Okay.
Science department is shitty. The labs are falling apart. And sometimes I question how do they even select professors. So it's like, don't get me wrong. I feel like most of them, they are an expert. They know what they're doing. But as for like teaching, I think, this is a bug. I feel like teaching a class, like, I feel like there's a certain skill that requires someone to be able to teach somebody else. Because you can be an expert and don't know how to teach. That's how I feel like
and some of them you could tell it's a job. Like, they really don't care.
Right, so that's what I feel. I feel like some of them, yes, they're expert. And I'm not going to discredit the amount of time that they took to, like, get to where they are. Because I'm pretty sure it takes a goddamn long time. Yeah. But they just do not know how to teach it to somebody else. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
I get that. It's like they know what they're saying, but you have to, like, deliver it a certain way for people to get it.
Right.
So I'm with Winder, Jaden, Sky, Danny. So what's your biggest regret in college so far?
Right to the butt, eh?
Going online. That's a good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
I skipped online. If I never skipped online, I would regret that.
My biggest regret. I think online.
See now, the next episode, I just be going like, oh, I have a test tomorrow. I study today.
I gotta find one an hour. Like, for real. Alright, I'm here with Destiny.
Hello. Hello.
And we outside on Brooklyn College campus. Okay?
I'm outside with the gang.
With the gang, with the mob, what you thinking? But yeah, I want you to like really reflect on life right now. Okay? Is there anything you regret doing in college?
I don't regret anything in life. I think everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer in that. I think that, everything, all chips gotta fall into place. So if one thing happens that's not what you planned in life, you gotta keep pursuing something else to come out bigger and better type shit.
I like that mindset. I like that mind. Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck shit, bitch.
Alright. Fuck
Now that's
shit,
a
bitch.
great perspective.
Nah, for
It's
sure.
mind over matter. You feel me? What's one thing you want to do before you graduate,
One thing
and why haven't you done it?
before I graduate? Honestly, there was like a lot. So in terms of school, there's not really much else I want to do. Like I don't really care to take another class or like an elective, but I feel like this is kind of like what most people would say, like about like the whole entire like social life, because the pandemic happened basically at the end/middle of my freshman year, and then we were online for a while. So then when I came back, campus was dead. I didn't really meet too many people or have too many friends. So I literally only had that one person from freshman year, and then a friend I made last semester. So I wish I got to like socialize more. I wish I got more involved in like groups, because it's like, yes, I'm a commuter student, but I also don't really feel like I had too much of community here. So next semester, I might like try pushing myself a little bit to like join something or become like a little bit more active instead of just like go home.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of us are struggling with that, honestly, because I feel like I'm in the same boat as you. Like, it's really hard for us to like even just get back that rhythm of socializing.
Yeah, and it's so weird because it's just like I've noticed that like before the pandemic, I was all over the place. I was gonna hang out here, hang out there. And then now, post-pandemic, well, not post, but whatever. It's like all of a sudden I'm a grandma. It's like I'm gonna stay home.
We live in the same life, girl. We live in the same life.
I feel like everyone is just kind of like, I'm just here to like
get a degree.
And some people got jobs, some people got family. You just come here to do what you gotta do and just keep it moving.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, if you think coming to CUNY you're gonna make friends, forget about it. Forget about it. No, forget about it.
You have to go away for that.
Yeah, I feel like when you're going away, you're like in an environment where you're forced to interact with others. Whereas over here, you got your AirPods on, you do not care what's going on. Just go to class, call it a day, and just keep it moving. Yeah, it's...
That's
if you're
so
an introvert, this is the place for you. Like, but if you're an extrovert, you like to talk to people, interact to people. And I think also because of the pandemic too, there's not clubs and stuff like that where you can meet people and stuff like that. So that's also a thing to take into factor. Why it's also like ghost town-ish because of the pandemic. Nobody wants to talk.
Yeah. What's one thing you want to do before you leave college?
I thought about studying abroad. If anything, mainly making more friends with you. Okay.
I don't even know. I'm just here for a good time. It was a good time, a long time.
What do you want to do before you graduate?
I think it's weird. Like, I want to be successful before I graduate. I feel like that would be so dope, bro. Maybe that would be cool.
Like, feel like you made it before you actually get the paper. That's a good one.
Party.
Alright, send me the Addy. I'm gonna pull up. Before you graduate. And why haven't you done it yet?
Oh, I like that question. I definitely want like a 4.0.
Oh.
And I know you said not academically, but that's like a goal I want for myself. Like, growing up in school, I wasn't a good student. Like, I was bad. I used to get my teachers hell. And then, like, going to high school, oh, shit. Woo-wee.
It's a leave. It's a leave.
Nah, yeah, like, growing up in high school, I got my shit together because I wanted to be on the ball team. So, you know, I started picking my grades up, knowing that I could do it. So when I got to college, I had a few obstacles, failed a few, maybe, you know, got a season, a couple. But I know I'm capable of getting like a 4.0 for sure. So I think that's something I want.
It's just to like...
That's like for myself.
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
ego type, you know, just to know I could do it.
Makes sense. A lot of people feel like that.
Yeah.
That's a big goal for them in college. That was a good answer. Do you like, have you done this before?
I've been fiending to be on the podcast.
Wow. She's been
like,
prepared.
I'll be on a game.
Prepared.
I'll be on a game with my friends, right? We play PS4, we be in PS4 party, bro. We just be like, yo, bro, if we throw a podcast, we'd be lit, bro. We say some wild shit, but
y'all should do it. It's mad
lit,
easy.
Bro.
It's mad easy to do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I love your podcast, bro. I'll be watching that
I
shit.
thank you. That shit means a lot. Like that means more than you know. Like for real.
I gotta get a t-shirt.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. So I'm gonna finish you off with this. Do you consider yourself an above average person?
Study-wise, no.
No. I'm talking about just in general. It doesn't have to be.
In general.
I told you I'm gonna make you think. I'm challenging you.
My above average. Part of me wants to say yes, but also realistically, I'm going to say no.
Why?
Because I feel like I don't push myself enough. I could definitely push myself more. I'm the type of person that will always sit down and be like, all right, here's my game plan to like improve my life, change things, and I never do it. So yes, I want to say yes. I feel like I have the potential to be above average, but I'm just not pushing myself to that extent.
So you're basically like validating yourself on your achievements, on like how.
It's not necessarily achievement. It's more lifestyle.
Lifestyle, okay.
Like I wish I exercised more.
Okay.
I wish I studied more.
Okay, yeah.
I wish I was more attentive to my boyfriend at times. Like I wish that like I kind of like push the boundaries a little bit with my parents a little more. Like I have a lot of like I should have, I wish I did in life, and I feel like once I push past that and it becomes like I should to I'm doing, then I'll be above average.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna finish off with one more question. Do you consider yourself an above average person?
What is an above average person? That's also a question. What makes someone an above average? Like, what are the
standards?
Yeah, what is it? What are the criteria that you need to be considered an above average person?
Oh wow, she turned the question back on me. Now I have to think.
No, because I have to know what are the criteria. So
all right, do you?
I'm a normal person, yes. But what is an above average person?
What's an above average person?
I think an above average person is somebody who's not doing coke, but like works like.
This boy.
What?
Think about it. Like if you're not doing.
But that's the minority of people, though. That's the minority of people that does that.
Coke.
That is not considered average. That's not average.
It's above average. That's what I'm saying.
How am I asking these questions? I don't even really know.
No, because I feel like someone who does drugs and stuff like that is just a small minor, people. I would not consider that in their criteria of like.
But I'm just looking at the workload they accomplish while on these drugs. You know what I mean? If you're not doing that and doing the same workload,
So what are the? So my question is, what are the criteria that would put someone?
I think you make that criteria for yourself, because like some people might think running 5 miles in the morning is average. Some people might think that's crazy.
I think it's based on like personal like views, like what, like so how does someone view the average person?
Yeah,
that's how, because like there's not, because when you explain it that way, everyone has different perspective.
Exactly.
So the word average person can differ from people to people.
Yeah. But you have to answer the question.
Do I consider myself an above average person?
Based on your perspective.
Based on my perspective, I would say yeah. I don't see. I do.
Okay.
Everything else, go to work, go to school.
Okay. So just being like a upstanding citizen and productive.
Yeah, being responsible of like your duties as a student. You have assignments to do.
So being noble to your duties makes you above average, you feel like?
I wouldn't say above. I would say that would be average, to be honest.
That's average?
Yeah.
You're changing it. So are you average or above average?
No. I would say I'm just average.
All right.
Because I feel like someone who's above average, they do a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like a lot meaning like productiveness. They're very productive.
Yeah.
I'm very productive too, but sometimes I just like to be delusional, forget about reality.
But I don't like how you change your answer. Why did you change it?
Because when I think about it, because I feel like when you're answering a question like that, you're just thinking immediately. You're not thinking about like the reality of things. And as I start like saying some of the things that I do, I'm like, wait, that should be normal.
Okay.
These are normal things that normal human beings that are functioning in society.
So why can't we all be above average?
I think it depends on the circumstance that the person is in. Like, are they dealing with personal issues, financial issues? All of these are factors that can really make or break somebody.
Okay.
So you have to really think about it as just based on, it's situational, to be honest.
Like, ask me the question, like, I don't even know. I guess it's based on your, like, scale. Like, how do you... It's based on your perspective, really.
For me, I shoot for the average, but I always get the ball. In all honesty, so sometimes I be like, all right, I'll do the bare minimum, not really realizing my bare minimum is actually really high.
Okay, I like that.
High grades.
I like that mindset.
Financially, right now, I'm not above average, but as a person, I think I'm above average. I think like I care about people, the way they feel, the way.
I feel like I am an above average person. I feel like I give good vibes. You know?
Like, take the mic.
Well, what's the craziest thing you've seen on Zoom?
Oh, that's a good one.
Crazy. It's nothing really. It's just stupid. Like somebody that's not even part of the class come in and say some wild shit out of nowhere, and then you have the professor. Who did that?
Zoom
I don't
bomb?
even know. Yeah, it's Zoom. They come out of nowhere. Unless you your mom or some shit like that. And we like, what?
Yo,
And then like,
that's crazy.
huh? But
I want to say mine now. I seen somebody, it was some boy, he was like, Mom, go make my fucking skate sandwich. Like, Mom, I told you I'm in fucking class. Nah, people are crazy. But yeah, what was yours?
I skipped the Zoom.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you did say that earlier. You were dead ass. Wait, did you pass?
It's a crazy one. One of the professors gave one of the students like the whole thing. The student kicked him out, so that shit was like,
I be hearing like some moms like screaming at their sons. like I'm like, damn. My mom is not like that at all.
What's the role that a college student should play?
In the classroom?
Just in society.
Like, for instance, you said that you used to give your teachers hell, like in college now, like you gotta like turn that switch off.
Yeah.
Is that what they're telling you to do?
I think it's like it's a transition into the real world. So like you gotta like sit down and reflect on the things that you did and appreciate those accomplishments. And then like looking forward to say like it's mad more life still ahead of me. So for me, that's like how I look at it. I look at it like I done been through a lot of stuff in life, but I appreciate those accomplishments, and I know I got more coming more in the future. Type shit.
Okay, so you'll say like the role is to basically accept where you are.
Yeah, accept where you are and appreciate where you at.
Okay.
Because I feel like we don't celebrate our accomplishments because we're not where we want to be at.
Exactly.
Appreciate where you got to and look forward to what's in the future.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like college is like a waiting period into actually
It's
the
all
real
about
world.
graduation. I can't wait to graduate.
Yeah.
Appreciate that you done finished 2 years.
Yeah.
You're in the third year. Appreciate you not 3 years behind and got debt. Appreciate,
Appreciate you finished high school because then you
A lot
just
of people
go
don't.
straight into college and it's like, damn.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you made it this far. Do you consider yourself an above average person?
An above average person. So what's your definition of an above average person?
Yo, everybody been doing this to me.
I gotta know what you
It has
mean.
to be your own definition. It has to be your perspective.
Above average.
Like, can you confidently say, yeah, I'm an above average person, and why?
Ooh, that one kind of hit me. I don't know. Above average. When you say above average,
It's literally your definition. Like, would you say on camera, I'm an above average person, and then explain why?
so the humble person in me wants to say above average sounds crazy. It's like above who? You feel me?
Okay.
But then like the confidence in me says like I think everybody should want to be above average. Like you gotta want to be. You don't want to be the norm of everybody else. You want to put yourself at a higher standard. I think. I guess I am an above average person.
Okay,
You know?
I like how she set up with that. She put her chest out. She was like,
you know?
yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you think you're above average person?
I do, and I feel like we all should. I feel like we all should feel like that.
Rico, you too?
A lot of people been saying no.
Okay.
A lot of people been saying no, and it hurts my heart because it's like you have so much potential. So what, you haven't achieved what you want to achieve? Yeah. You still have that ambition. You still know that you're not there yet. That still makes you above average. I don't feel like we're like people. Humans in general aren't normal. Like, it's not normal for us to be here. You could have been anything. You could have been a piece of
a pot.
You could have been a pot.
Could have been a table.
Exactly.
Like,
so for me to hear that people don't feel like they're above average, it hurts my heart. What Rico? Huh?
What does society tell us is normal?
What age range? What age range?
You mean average? What is average to me, or what is normal to me?
So we're trying to find out like who's above average. We're like, what are we comparing to? What's normal?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a normal for us. I feel like we're all. It sounds very like, I don't know.
Cliche in a
yeah,
sense,
and basic, but I feel like we all have that capability of being great, but we downplay it a lot of the times and say we are average. And I think average is like, I would say average is feeling like you're like everybody else. You're like what society wants you to be. That's what I think average is.
So what's like an example? So
like
someone who goes to
you're
school
following all the rules and you could check off all the lists and your criteria, you know? You don't step out of the line. You're like very, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Basic. Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you a basic person?
Me?
That's the same question in a different.
I don't. It low key.
Yeah,
low
basic
key.
feels crazy.
Low key.
Basic feels crazy.
I don't think that I'm a basic person, but I don't say that to like be, you know, not humble or nothing like that. I just think that, you know, like everybody has their own routes and roads type shit. So
why do you think people are scared to own that they're great? Because I feel like some people, even earlier, somebody said, yeah, I'm above average. And then when she was talking, she was like, no, forget it, I'm average.
Yeah, I feel like, for one, they on camera. So they don't want to sound hella, like, not humble on camera, you know? Like, super confident, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not doing it in a malicious intent type shit.
If
you say that, if you're talking about yourself and you feel like you're not a basic person, I don't think it's nothing wrong
and
with
as
that.
long as you're not judging others while you're at it.
You can't say, I'm basic, but you're not basic. Nah, like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's more of like a society thing. You just don't want to be perceived as.
We have goals in life as humans, and when you feel like you haven't reached that goal and you think about it, because it's something that's very constant, so you just kind of like feel like you're not accomplished. So I think that's something that I think about sometimes.
Your higher purpose. You know you have a lot to do before
and when
you
you
leave
listen
this
to
earth.
those like podcasts and you like, wait, I'm not doing the work. I'm just not there yet. It's like when you don't need those things, you feel like you're not doing anything. But I guess appreciate the process.
Yes, exactly.
I think these days, like, we just see so much people that like reach the finish line. Like,
right, and
that's
you want to be there, and you have to realize. Right, I feel like social media has a big aspect of it.
Bro, I'm just wondering why you're not getting this on tape though. Like, this is some gems.
There are like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on TikTok and I saw this girl, and like she was doing this. I'm like, wait, I'm 21. I'm not even there. Then I have to think back. I'm like, wait, that's her journey.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to think about it. That's her journey. My journey is totally different. I'm doing everything that I can to get into grad school as of right now. It's just, it's a process and it takes time for you to get there.
And everything's happening for a reason. You're not there yet because it's not your time to be there yet.
Right, and I think because it's such a huge goal, you feel you want it so bad, you feel like you're not there, you feel like you're not doing anything. But in reality, it's just little
But then that's
steps.
when you're living in the future. You know what I mean? You have to focus on what you're doing right now.
Right. I feel like you use your present to prepare for your future.
Exactly.
Because if you're just living within the present, what do you like expect? I always tell people that I don't really go out and stuff like that because I know that I'm gonna sacrifice the time that I have here for the future, because now I don't have much responsibilities, because I feel like sacrifices you make now is going to repay you in the future. Because if you wait all the way till you get to the future, you're gonna have responsibilities, a family, a mortgage, all these things. Then you're gonna have to start making sacrifices. It's gonna hurt even more. Then you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, I could have done those a long time ago, but now I gotta make it.
Because there's like a lot of freedom in your youth that we take for granted. Like, you know, a lot of responsibilities, they pile up as you get older.
Right. And I think also when I tell people like I don't really do much and stuff, they're like, oh my God, you're like so young. I'm like, yeah, I'm young. That means that I have, if I start now, I have the rest, you know, to truly live my life.
Work now, play later.
Yeah, I tell people I will never feel like I'm accomplished. I will never feel like I am where I am in life until I fulfill my goal of, you know, working whatever profession. I think that's when I'll be able to travel, go to places, all these things. These are things that, yeah, I want to do them right now, but I just can't. Then you also have to realize you have to live within your means. Because if you don't live within your means, you're going to be in debt like all the time. So these are things that I think you have to think about. And also be self-aware. I think self-awareness is such a huge part of life.
Yes.
Be aware of like yourself, things that are going around you, or like things that triggers you and all that stuff. But it's a lot. I think you really gotta dig deep within yourself to figure out who I am, what do I like, what do I not like. Yeah, it's a whole lot.
It is.
It's a whole lot. This question of identity, who am I?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't have identity because they're like, you know, social media kind of runs their life.
I'll even go further and say sometimes your identity is what people tell you you are.
Exactly. Then you have there to are like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was on TikTok and I saw this girl and like she was doing this. I'm like, wait, I'm 21, I'm not even there.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to think about it. That's her journey. My journey is totally different. I'm doing everything that I can to get into grad school as of right now. It's just, it's a process and it takes time for you to get there.
And everything's happening for a reason. You're not there yet because it's not your time to be there yet.
Right. And I think because it's such a huge goal, you feel you want it so bad, you feel like you're not there, you feel like you're not doing anything. But the reality is just little
But then that's
steps.
when you're living in the future. You know what I mean? You have to focus on what you're doing right now.
Right. I feel like you use your present to prepare for your future.
Exactly.
Because if you're just living within the present, what do you like expect? I always tell people that like I don't really go out and stuff like that because I know that I'm gonna sacrifice the time that I have here for the future, because now I don't have much responsibilities, because I feel like sacrifices you make now is going to repay you in the future. Because if you wait all the way till you get to the future, you're gonna have responsibilities, a family, a mortgage, all these things. Then you're gonna have to start making sacrifices. It's gonna hurt even more. Then you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, I could have done those a long time ago, but now I gotta make it.
Because there's like a lot of freedom in your youth that we take for granted. Like, you know, a lot of responsibilities, they pile up as you get older.
Right. And I think also when I tell people like I don't really do much and stuff, they're like, oh my God, you're like so young. I'm like, yeah, I'm young. That means that I have, if I start now, I have the rest, you know, to truly live my life.
Work now, play later.
Yeah, I tell people I will never feel like I'm accomplished. I will never feel like I am where I am in life until I fulfill my goal of, you know, working whatever profession. I think that's when I'll be able to travel, go to places, all these things. These are things that, yeah, I want to do them right now, but I just can't. Then you also have to realize you have to live within your means. Because if you don't live within your means, you're going to be in debt like all the time. So these are things that I think you have to think about. And also be self-aware. I think self-awareness is such a huge part of life.
Yes.
Be aware of like yourself, things that are going around you, or like things that triggers you and all that stuff. But it's a lot. I think you really gotta dig deep within yourself to figure out who I am, what do I like, what do I not like. Yeah, it's a whole lot.
It is.
It's a whole lot. This question of identity, who am I?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't have identity because their, like, you know, social media kind of runs their life.
I'll even go further and say sometimes your identity is what people tell you are.
Exactly. Then
Any last words like of advice you want to tell people that are coming to college and feel lost?
I'm lost with you. I don't know nothing. I just go home, go to class. I actually met these people through him. So meet one person that knows everybody, and you be straight.
Oh, Mr. Popular.
That's Rico for me. He know everybody.
Nah, that don't.
He know everybody.
Yeah, everybody here is lost. A lot of people don't know what they do, so just enjoy it. Just enjoy your time.
Exactly.
You'll be alright.
Live your best life.
Yeah, as they said, like everyone's lost, but just like, I like know what story. Yeah.